Hello.
Yo, what's happening, everybody?
Welcome, everyone, to episode 23.
23, y'all.
Our Jordan episode.
That's right. Jordan. Y'all remember you said that on Jordan.
But happy Tuesday. Welcome to episode 23 of the Tornado Takeover. We are your hosts,
Right.
and I'm Angela. And as we always say, we have a
Jam-packed show, baby.
that is right. We have OU women's and OSU women's just had their women's conference tournaments, their respective conference tournaments, as well as Tulsa. Men's conference tournaments are getting ready to crank up for basketball. So we'll talk about all of that and so much more when we come back. So stay tuned.
We have returned.
All right, guys.
What's
Welcome back. Like we said, all new episode of Tornado Takeover. We are your hosts.
I'm Fred.
And I'm Angela, as always. And we have a jam-packed show for you guys. Isn't
As
that what
always.
I say?
All the time.
Yeah, we've got, like I said earlier, we have Oklahoma, the Sooners. All of the women, OSU, Tulsa, and the Sooners, all had their respective basketball tournaments. Softball has been, for all three schools, has been on the up and up. Of course, your Sooners are still number one in gymnastics, both men's and women's, as well as college softball. So we will talk about all of that and so much more.
Also, we'll be talking about the Thunder and how they've been doing out there. Going to the comments. Good evening, Angela and Fred. Have an amazing show from Taryn Rodriguez. What's up, Taryn? Appreciate the support. Thanks for always tuning in.
But yeah, we had I look about how I feel tired. We had a jam-packed, wild, action-packed weekend.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't even know if that's a phrase, but
well, we made it once, so
we did. I have been working with Relay for Life for I don't even know how long, for years, and back home. And then when I moved to Florida, I decided I was wanted to get into it here. And then right in the middle of planning, you moved down here. So then the next year when we had Relay, which was actually like a month later after you moved in, I think.
It was about a month.
You kind of jumped into the Relay
family, if you will.
With me. So we had our Relay for Life this weekend, and our Relay for Life for our area is not just like our little community. Because like I said, we live right outside of Tampa. It is for the entire greater Tampa Bay area.
Definitely.
It is also, this year we have added parts of Pinellas County, which is like the St. Pete area, parts of them. We had one little team from Manatee County, which is like right below us.
Right.
And then we had part of Plant City. So we had over, what was it, like 5,000?
Give or take, yeah.
I think it was like 5,000 people. And we just started moving last year, was our first year. We started it at Raymond James Stadium where the Tampa Bay Bucks play. However, the Savannah Bananas are playing there, like their little whatever they do.
So they have a baseball mound there.
So there's a baseball diamond in the middle of the football field. So that kind of threw us all off. But no, it was a great weekend.
It was very busy.
Very busy. We got there at like 10 a.m., like right before 10 a.m.
Yeah, around like 9:50.
And then we had until 12 to set up because that's when the team started coming. And then the whole thing started at 3. And then we did not leave until after 5 a.m. Sunday morning. So we have literally been playing catch up on sleep, and we've been sleeping during the day, awake at night. Like, our schedule is so wonky.
Well, that, but also watching and I think we talked about it last episode with our white collar, which we've been really been killing lately.
We're almost done. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 4 episodes left, and
then the entire series is completed. It is a really, really good show. So if you're into that white collar type, crime, almost James Bond-esque type, FBI. He
does like a lot of, I don't want to give it away, but basically there is a convicted felon who is known for like bond forgery and heist.
He's high dollar French poodle crowd crimes.
And he has been caught by the FBI numerous times. Anyways, the second time he gets caught, he ends up working with the FBI,
right, to take
down all these other crimes, and also like help figure out, okay, so like if you were going to break into this building, how would you do it? So, and then there's definitely like bonds that have been formed between the FBI and him, and
where his handler, they become friends and they become more personal,
more like family than friends.
It becomes more like a family. They have each other's back. If one gets in trouble, the other one wants to protect him,
It's a really good show. It's very long. It's 6 seasons. Season 1, I think it's 15 episodes. 2, 3, and 4 are 16 episodes. Season 5 is 13 episodes,
and then 13 or 14.
Season 6 is only 6 episodes. So it's a lot. It's a time investment, but it's a really good show. So we have definitely been binging that over our relaxation weekend.
Let's talk about one of our favorite recreational pastimes we've been playing lately. So
it's not a pastime for me. No. Let's rephrase that.
No, it is. Yeah.
I am not a video game girly at all. Okay.
You play your video game on your phone.
I play like my little farm simulator on my phone.
That is a video game, but anyway.
Like but I don't, with the where are they? The controls, like we had Game Boys growing up. And we got our first Wii when my brother and I moved away to college. My mom bought the first like game console besides like a Game Boy. And so Fred is all like Xbox. And so I bought him an Xbox one year for his birthday. And I have my little city game on there. And and we play like Madden. We play, NBA 2K, which I'm not the greatest at, especially on defense at Madden at all. I just hit buttons, and I hope to God something happens. But recently we've been playing this Ninja Turtle game,
Shredder's Revenge,
to the point where I have literally come upstairs while he is at work and jumped on it to work on it, because I was so mad the first time we ever played, because you were like always killing the bad guys and I wasn't able to do anything. So
she's actually gotten a lot better at it.
Yeah.
And now she's had fun to where we literally stayed up till 4:00 in the morning.
Yeah. Well, we stayed up till 1:30 this morning playing that game for 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it takes about 2 hours to go through one to go through one like full from start to finish.
Yeah, it only takes like a couple minutes to get through a stage.
Yeah, it's like 6 minutes per stage, and 6 or 7 minutes.
Well, there's like 16 stages.
Exactly. So it's almost 2 hours. But yeah, we've had fun. It's
one of her guilty pleasures, whether she wants to admit it or not. I'll say it for her.
Now it's one of my guilty pleasures.
Yeah, because she liked to play with Donatello.
Donnie is my boy.
Now she's liking Mikey.
I don't know. I like Donnie because of his little, what's it called?
It's a bow staff. His
little staff. I call it his baseball bat, because at the end of each level, he does a pogo stick with it. It turns into a pogo stick.
He does.
But he can reach further. That's why I like him. Mikey is fast.
Yeah.
I've not played with. I did play with April one time on accident. And she just got on my nerves because she just kept swinging the microphone around and just standing there like in these weird poses. And I was annoyed with it. We were trying to beat Shredder and she's standing there in these funky poses.
Yeah.
So.
But that's basically what's been going on. Relay was fun. I enjoyed it. Definitely.
We always
definitely is a good cause. We surpassed the goal.
Oh, definitely. Number one, our Relay for Life is number one out of the largest relay thus far in 2025 out of all of the relays across the country. So, leadership team, what?
Right,
okay.
Way to do that. But yeah, we definitely got a lot for this show, guys. A lot going on in OU, basketball, a lot going on in OSU with Cowgirls basketball. Tulsa is doing their thing. Thunder's doing their thing. So we'll definitely get more into detail.
Absolutely. All right, guys. We are going to jump into our sponsorship ads real quick because without them, we would not be here. So when we get back, we will dive right into those Boomer Sooners.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Boomer.
Sooner.
Boomer.
Sooner. We'll be right back after this.
Stay tuned.
Hi, eSports Radio fans. This show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Rise and shine. It's 4 a.m. The stars are still out. The sun is beneath the horizon, but it's time to punch in and go to work. The comfort of your warm-ups turns into the grinding out of your reps as the clinking and the clanking of the plates create a symphony of euphoria. There's no other feeling like it. Earn it, burn it, and take what's yours. iSports Radio has proudly partnered with Vital Apparel, a brand that not only fits great, but also promotes and donates to mental health research. Use our code IESR to get 15% off their comfortable and inspiring gym wear and help them on their amazing journey to support mental health. Go hard, take part in your iron therapy, and be strong. Because when your mental health is as strong as you are, there's no telling how far you'll go.
Hey there, iEsports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the iSports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right.
What up, everybody?
Welcome back to an all-new episode of Tornado Takeover.
We are your hosts.
That threw me off.
I wanted to see if you was on board.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Fred.
And you're watching us right here on IE Sports Radio, your feed.
For all that is sports.
We are like, oh.
No, we ain't. I just wanted to see if you was paying attention.
You keep throwing me off. It
So-
also doesn't help that I'm also in the middle of trying to do like 50 other things in my life.
Okay. Well.
Okay, I'm done. I'm back. I'm
Let's
sorry.
look at some of the comments real quick.
All right. So we said, Taryn said hi. Dre said,
Sports. What up, y'all? What's happening? My man
Ralph
Ralph, what's happening?
said, good evening, Angela and Fred, chilling out in Florida watching the show. Let's go.
You're not neck of the
chi-
woods.
It's chilly out here. He's on the East Coast part, but it's chilly out here.
It is
okay?
chilly out here. Most people don't think Florida gets cold, but it does. Maybe not as cold as some places,
It's chilly.
but it gets cold.
Definitely. All right. So, real quick, shout out to all of our amazing sponsors, Planet Jerky Premium Beef Jerky. Follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky and visit their website. Order them at planetjerky.net. Also, a Vital Apparel. If you guys are looking for some amazing gym wear, check out a Vital Apparel. Use our code IESR for 15% off. They've got comfortable, inspiring gym wear for men and women. And they help support mental health. So
Definitely.
go check those out. Seal the Deal wax seals. You guys know how much I say this every single show, how much Fred and I absolutely loved our seals from Seal the Deal wax seal. And Cecilia B. So check them out on Facebook and Instagram at Seal the Deal Wax Seal.
Definitely.
And I think Instagram is like Seal the Deal _ Wax Seal. And then you can order them right from the IE Sports Radio website, iesportsradio.com/seal the deal wax seals. And also IE Sports Radio. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, and YouTube. IE Sports Radio. We are also on Blue Sky, Threads, and I believe Twitch. So check us out on all those places as well. Make sure you like and subscribe for all of the greatest and newest content. Check out our show page on iesportsradio.com/tornado takeover as well. If you are unable to listen to or watch the show live, remember you can always catch us on Apple Podcasts, Spreaker, Spotify, iHeart Radio, Google Podcasts, Amazon, Alexa, anywhere you get your podcast. And also shout out to our newest sponsor, Raw Nutrition Supplements. Go check them out at getrawnutrition.com. Use our promo code IESR for 10% off all of your nutritional supplements. Woo! And while you're on X, make sure you follow us at Tornado TKOV _IE. We will be giving you the latest and greatest news, as it drops straight from the great state of Oklahoma. Especially with selection show coming up for men's and women's basketball. We'll talk about all that and more. Selection show for wrestling is coming up. Gymnastics and stuff like that is coming up. So make sure you are following us. Also, pinned in the chat, if you are so kind to do so, is our supporter club link. Make sure you go check that out. Sign up to be a supporter of Tornado Takeover. It is just $5 a month. And like I said, it is pinned in the chat on YouTube. So you can click on that link. It is a heck of a lot easier than trying to type in all of that is scrolling very fastly across the bottom of the screen. Whew. All right, now we are going to dive into our show. Lots of
content to get into.
I was going to say lots to discuss and lots to cover at the same time, and that's how I got into lots to cover. What was that I said earlier that I made up a word?
I have no idea. I don't remember.
It is blazing up here in this room, and I am in this thick sweatshirt.
Hey.
All right.
Let's jump into it.
Gonna jump into first with baseball, men's baseball, Sooner baseball. Tuesday, when we were right after we were on, the men were the baseball hosted, the Sooners hosted Dallas Baptist University. They suffered their first loss of the season, 11-0 in 7 innings to Dallas Baptist. They did, however, come back this past weekend and sweep Sam Houston Friday 6-5, Sunday 7-3, and it had a doubleheader on Sunday, and 9-7 in the second game on Sunday. Tomorrow they will be hosting Louisiana Tech. This weekend they have a 3-game homestand Friday through Sunday at South Carolina. So they will head to Columbia to take on the Gamecocks this weekend. And then next Tuesday, about the time our show is live, or maybe right before, they will be hosting UT Arlington. The men are currently ranked 12, up from number 13 they were last week, sitting at a record of 14-1. You want to chat softball?
Sure, why not?
Because I am sweating.
Let's talk about OU softball. Swept South Carolina.
Besides that, it gave me almost a heart attack this weekend.
Yep, Friday 10-9, Sunday 10-9, and 2-1. So they basically they beat a very proven ball club in South Carolina.
So the first game on Friday was South Carolina's first loss. South Carolina and OU had both been undefeated up until this weekend. Of course, the Sooners are still undefeated. The Gamecocks, not so much. So the Sooners are sitting 3-0 in conference play, as that was the conference opener. I will say that first game on Sunday, we were able to watch. So there were a lot of storms on Saturday. So most of the games in Texas and in Oklahoma were moved from Saturday to either Friday night or Sunday afternoon. So that is why instead of playing Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they played 2 games on Sunday. We watched that first game on Sunday, and after we finally woke up from relay, and the Sooners hit a 3-run homer. It was 3-0. Next thing I look, it was 5-0. All of a sudden, I look, and I was ended up watching my mom's church concert, but you were still watching. Next thing I know, the score is 8-6 South Carolina, and it was wait, what happened here?
Right.
And then they cranked another 3-run homer, but that game kind of gave me a little bit of
the heebie-jeebies.
Anxiety. Which is not anything new in my life.
But they definitely did come out with a W. So upcoming against Tulsa, it's going to be on Wednesday. They're also going to be playing against Arkansas on Friday. Let's see, the ranked number 1, 22
This weekend, Friday through Sunday, is their 3-game homestand or their 3-game road stance in with Arkansas.
Absolutely. Skipping to men's gymnastics, upcoming in Williamsburg, Virginia this weekend against William and Mary and Greenville University. It's Greenville, Illinois, not North Carolina.
I know, but so this is going to be a little bit of emotional, and I'm going to try not to cry because I almost cried when I was writing this. So William and Mary, small college in Williamsburg, Virginia. I still have to take you. But that's where we used to have a timeshare. We used to have a timeshare in Williamsburg. My great-grandparents, my grandma's parents met at William and Mary.
Oh.
They had to run off to get married because they couldn't get married while they were still in school. So they took this is a story that's coming from my grandma who had dementia. So I'm not really sure how much of it is true. For 35 years, I thought my grandma was named after Queen Elizabeth and Queen Anne. So here we are. Right. It wasn't until after she died that I found out that I had been bamboozled my whole life. Right. But they did meet there. They did go to school there. My great-grandfather, Nolly, was a superintendent in Hyde County. My great-grandmother, Gladys, she stayed at home. But they did take the train to Elizabeth City. I have seen the birth certificate. I have seen the marriage certificate where they went and got married at the courthouse in Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and then went back. So I'm saying all that to say Williamsburg not only has a special place in my heart, but William and Mary has a special place in my heart because that's where my great-grandparents met. I've gone to, I almost went to school there, but it's a private college. And I already went to one private college. That was a disaster. So anyways, a lot of history in Williamsburg, colonial Williamsburg. Jamestown is right down the street. The original Pocahontas is there. I could go on and on. I could give a whole seminar about Williamsburg, but we won't. We don't have enough time. So anyways, the fact that they're heading to Williamsburg, they're heading 4.5 hours away from my house to my home away from home, where I spent many of summers for years and years and years in my timeshare. Anyways, it's just a little sentimental. All right, story time is over. I went on way too long.
Yeah, you go ahead and take women's gymnastics.
Oh my gosh. So my Friday night date nights, because Babe works, is OU women's gymnastics. That is where I got the idea to put 1,500 rhinestones on a sweatshirt, was from OU's women's gymnastics. Anyways, long story short, I forgot Friday. A friend needed to talk, and I was on the phone with her and creeping on people's Instagram, social media. Anyways, I turned it on at the last minute. So I'm a little heartbroken that I missed it, senior night. However, the women's gymnastics, still sitting at number 1, did beat Michigan with their highest score of the season at a 198.20. Previously, our highest score was 198.075. So, yes, Queens. It was senior night. We did have to say goodbye to quite a few seniors. That broke my heart, including the one and only Jordan Bowers, which
she's phenomenal.
Her fiance was just sitting there cheering on the sideline. It was the cutest thing ever. The seniors this year have had 45 home wins not this year, excuse me, but throughout their career at the University of Oklahoma. They have had 45 home wins, meaning they have won every match. I believe they've had 45 home wins. That I do know. Senior Jordan Bowers did win the all around. They will have their last match this Friday at Georgia. I believe it's on the SEC Network or SEC Plus that you can watch through ESPN Plus. So, and then after that, start next week, we'll cover more of the schedule of events leading up to the NCAA tournament and all that, how all that kind of stuff works. But again, they are still sitting at number one. Both OU's men's and women's gymnastics and OU softball are all number one. Men's basketball, great turnaround of events, a little too late in my eyes. They did beat Missouri on Wednesday on senior night, 96-85, then headed down to Arlington, Texas, where they did what? Horns down.
That's right.
The Texas Longhorns on Saturday, 76-72. Now, tomorrow, number 14 in the in the SEC conference, number 14 OU will play number 11 Georgia in Nashville, 25 minutes after the conclusion of the LSU Mississippi State game. Now, quick look at the bracket for the men's team. Got all my little brackets printed out here. We have a court board that we put all of the men's brackets. I should have done it for the women's, but I didn't think about it. It actually still has wedding stuff on it, so I got to take all that off. And we put all of the major, like SEC, Big 12, Big East, American, ACC. And we have the Pac-12, but they're not here anymore. So maybe we'll do like the MAC or something like that. We put all of print their brackets off, and we fill it in. And then for March Madness, I take a big whiteboard and make the NCAA bracket on it. And then every night, when we fill
whoever
it in.
Gets eliminated, or
we fill it in. That one is the correct one. So that's the one you follow. But then we also do like the actual brackets,
right,
like throughout. And then we have a printable one that's the women's brackets. So it's fun. We have fun with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways, again, like I said, looking at the SEC conference men's basketball, tomorrow, South Carolina is going to take on Arkansas. That's game 1 starting at noon. These are all on the SEC network, up until the quarterfinals. So first round, South Carolina versus Arkansas, Texas versus Vanderbilt. Is game 2, which is 25 minutes after game 1. Game 3, LSU, Mississippi State, and then Oklahoma and Georgia to conclude the night. Now, round 2, which is going to start on Thursday, the winner of South Carolina and Arkansas will face Ole Miss. And then the winner of that game will head to the quarterfinals to face Auburn on Friday. Texas Vanderbilt, that winner plays Texas A&M. The winner of that game will end up taking on number 4 Tennessee on Friday. LSU Mississippi winner will face Missouri. That winner will face number 2 Florida on Friday. Oklahoma, Georgia, the winner of our game will face Kentucky on Thursday, and the winner of the Oklahoma, Georgia winner versus Kentucky will face number 3 Alabama on Friday. Fridays are quarterfinals. Semifinals are Saturday. Championship game is on Sunday on ESPN, starting at 12 noon Central, 1 p.m. All the times that I gave you are Central, so
whatever time zone you're in,
Yeah, so LSU, so that dang on Oklahoma, Georgia game ain't going to start till almost 11 o'clock at night tomorrow night. Because if this game starts at 6 p.m., a basketball game roughly runs, 3 hours?
3 to 4, give or take.
Exactly. So if that's at 6 Central, that means 7 our time, which means it's not going to end till 10, 11, 30 minutes after that.
Until around 11 o'clock.
That game's not going to freaking start till after midnight.
And when I talk, I gotta go to sleep. So
I'm gonna be zonked out.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm gonna be way zonked out.
Oh yeah.
All right. So looking at the OU women's basketball tournament, SEC tournament was in play. Those Sooner girls deserve every ounce of everything.
Absolutely.
Because they were phenomenal. They did beat Georgia 70-52 on Thursday, then turned around and beat Kentucky, not just Kentucky, but a very good Kentucky team.
Yeah.
69-65 on Friday. I'm not going to lie, that game scared me a little bit.
Kentucky's always had a good basketball program, men and women.
Yeah, and when I tell you that game had my nerves a little jumping.
You know, AD played with Kentucky.
Yeah, today's his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to him.
But yeah, that Kentucky game had my nerves just a little jumpy.
Mm-hmm.
However, I don't think it was much surprise to anyone. They did lose to South Carolina 75-93 in the semis.
It was a hard fought game, but I mean, it is what it is.
We watched that game. We watched that game at Relay on my phone, and I will say there were times where they held their own against South Carolina.
Yeah, definitely.
But it's like almost like halfway through the fourth quarter, South Carolina has this button, like an overdrive button. It's almost like Space Jam where they have like
Fast and the Furious, you hit that little
nitro
button,
and then all of a sudden it was
they
like
explode.
Yeah,
they have a great coach in Don Staley. I mean, it is what it is.
So I did find out that the way that South Carolina did get number one over Texas for the SEC tournament, and I don't fully believe this, but I'm just going to tell you what was told to me by a South Carolina fan, was that they did a coin flip.
Yeah, I heard something about that.
And that is how South Carolina got number one over Texas. I think it's a bunch of hogwash, but look, we all know it's horns down at this family. Like, it's horns down all day, every day. It is what it is.
Okay, let me get myself together.
But that doesn't mean that
if it's not done fairly,
fair is fair.
Yeah. Then
so I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse. It is what it is. But
let's head to the comments.
OU is not there. OU is currently ranked number 11. So here's to hoping that there's enough to get into the big dance. We've got selection show coming up. So I'm kind of nervous. I'm a little afraid that we're going to be like on the outside looking in. I hope we don't. Yeah, as Taryn said, it really didn't matter because the final ended up being South Carolina versus Texas anyway.
Right.
But it's still like...
It's still a matter of right and wrong.
Right. Yeah. It's still... I mean, now, granted, it's not like we're talking about one was a 1 seed versus a 5 seed. Like, it was... Yes, it was a difference between 1 and 2. But it's like... It's still the principle of right and wrong. Tennessee had one more win overall. They had the same conference wins. They had this the same everything.
Right.
Except for
and it had to be decided with a coin toss.
Overall, Texas had one more win versus South Carolina out of all the games they played, but then it came down to a damn coin flip. Right. So he said, I can't imagine Oklahoma misses a tournament if they're number 11 in the nation, if the committee leaves them out. If the committee leaves them out, then you best believe that your girl here will be all on social media blasting people.
Yeah, I'm going to have a problem with that.
And
absolutely.
The IU Sports Radio family knows that I have no problem with confronting someone on social media. And baby, you know the same way.
Sure.
I have no problem with calling you out when you've done wrong.
Absolutely.
And if they, don't get me started if they done messed up.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we get back, we're going to jump into some OSU Cowboys and some Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. So we will be right back.
Go Golden Hurricanes.
It's not like you said go Hurricanes, like
I said
go Gadget.
Golden Hurricanes.
It's Rain Cane.
Rain Cane. Go Rain Cane.
No, just Rain Cane.
Go Rain Cane.
Not go Rain Cane.
I'm personal. I'm customizing.
Or you could just say go Canes.
Go Canes.
Yeah, the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah. How about
as a Rangers fan, he hates when I say that.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are going to take a quick break. We will be right back very shortly.
What's up, Pittsburgh? This is Ralph Galise, the host of the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Are you that passionate diehard Steelers, Penguins, Pirates, or just a Pittsburgh sports fan? Then please join me on the Injury Report every Tuesday on IE Sports Radio, the direct feed for all that is sports, and I will update you on all that's black and gold. Have you telling your Pittsburgh fans and friends what's up with Pittsburgh sports? Tune in Tuesday with me, Ralph Galise, the Injury Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Let's go!
Are you a fan of Minnesota sports? Do you love the Vikings and hate the Packers? Are you a fan of the Timberwolves, Twins, Wild, Lynx, St. Paul Saints? Here on the Bold North Breakdown, we'll talk about all of those professional teams as well as all the college teams in the area. That's your basketball teams, football, hockey, volleyball, men's and women's sports alike. We talk about them all. Here on the Bold North Breakdown. Join me, your host, Glenn Ritter, every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Central to discuss all that is happening in the Minnesota sports scene here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
All right, guys.
What's up?
Welcome back to the Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio.
Your direct feed.
For all that is sports. We are your host.
I'm Fred.
And I'm Angela, or thing one and thing two at this point.
I think she just said that she could get away with calling me thing one.
Well, you're older.
Crazy and psycho over here.
I'm not a psycho.
Anyway, moving forward. we're gonna jump into those
crazy and crazier.
Yeah, crazier as you. I don't have a problem owning my craziness, y'all.
I never said that I wasn't crazy.
But you never admitted to being that. See, that's a difference.
I know
most
nuts.
crazy people don't admit they're crazy.
I know I'm nuts.
You know, I own
Have you met my family?
You've met mine.
That's the truth.
Mm-hmm. So we're headed up to the Stillwater area to go see what's happening with the Oklahoma State Cowboys. Go Post. Starting off with.
All right, starting off with wrestling. The Oklahoma State Cowboys did win the Big 12 championship this past weekend. On Wednesday, there will be a bracket reveal. So next week, we will break all of that down and more as the NCAA Wrestling Championship tournament does not start until Thursday, March the 20th. So next week, we will discuss, because there's different layers to the tournament. So we'll discuss all of that and more. Switching to baseball. On Tuesday and Wednesday, the Pokes hosted Winthrop. Woo. They did win on Tuesday 3-2. However, on Wednesday they did lose 3-9. This weekend they did sweep Illinois State. Friday 6-12, Sunday 6-1 in 7 innings, and 18-1 in 7 innings. It was a doubleheader on Sunday. This says Tuesday. Today is Tuesday. They're playing, I think it was supposed to say Thursday or Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was wrong. I think I made a typo.
It happens.
Anyway, sometime this week they are going to be at Dallas Baptist on Friday through Sunday. I messed up real bad.
What happened?
I made a boo-boo.
Okay. Some boo-boos can be fixed. I'm pretty sure this one can.
It can be. That's why I am going to look for my mistake that I made. So I wrote Tuesday at Dallas Baptist. Then I wrote Friday through Sunday Big 12 play. I ain't put who they were playing. I believe it's West Virginia. All right. So, yes, today starting at 7:05, the game started at 7:05. They're in Dallas at Dallas Baptist. Then, okay, this weekend they host, starting Big 12 play, the West Virginia Mountaineers. Whoo! All right. Well,
see? Easy
fix.
There you go.
I'm just mad. That's what happens when you're trying to eat really fast in a hurry and watch TV and type notes for the show. I should learn that I can multitask, but there's going to end up being a mistake somewhere. Oops. All right, you want to take us on to
the diamond?
Well, we're already on the diamond. You want to take us to the other side of the diamond for softball?
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to the softball side, to the lady side of things, to the Cowgirls, not the lady Cowgirls, but the Cowgirls, where Wednesday they beat North Texas 10-2. And 3 games against Texas Tech. Friday lost 0-9, 5 innings, and 0-2. Suda won 10.
Sunday, they're supposed to say sun.
Suda.
Again,
fed. Sunday. On Sunday they won 10-1, 5 innings. Upcoming they do have 3 homestands with Houston. Ranked number.
That was supposed to say a 3-game homestand.
Ranked 14 down from 13 at 16-6. So. Men's basketball.
No, that was it. I just didn't proofread because I was eating a chicken leg while watching.
How was it? We're having Chinese for dinner. How was your Chinese, by the way?
Well, we're supposed to be having Chinese. What happened was they're doing the big construction like on a road nearby.
Yeah.
And it took Babe a little bit longer to go get our Chinese
About 30 minutes
than normal. So unfortunately, we were scarfing down our Chinese as we were finishing our notes for the show. So we didn't get to fully eat. So my appetizer, my soup, and my egg roll were amazing.
The
soup was very hot. I like the chicken wings, how they're back to the they still the individual. They always
have been. They used to be
the long thing.
They used to be the wing and drum.
All together, and now it's okay. Anyways, I messed up. So my chicken wings, the 2 that I scarfed down while typing this and eating,
were absolutely delicious. No, I got
they were great. So
all right, so men's basketball lost to Cincinnati 78-67.
They lost today in the Big 12 tournament, first round.
Yes, they did. They were ranked number 12. They lost to number 13 Cincinnati. And women's basketball, would you like to go ahead and cover that?
Oh, here. Yeah, before we move on, let's just chat about the Big 12 tournament.
Let's do it.
The Phillips
Excuse me.
60, the Phillips 66. Get your kicks on Route 66. Okay,
Hey.
sorry.
You ever been on Route 66 before?
I have been on part of it
So have I.
in Oklahoma City with you.
Yeah. 39th Street turns into Route 66.
Yeah, they have that big old emblem in the middle of the floor
Yep.
or the lane.
Mm-hmm. They also have signs out letting you know that you're.
Yeah.
You can take Northwest 39th. You can go to El Reno. You can go to Yukon. All that stuff.
Yukon's where
It's home of Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks is from.
Yep. Technically, he's actually from Stillwater or Tulsa.
He's
actually
from
from Tulsa. But
he grew
Yukon.
up in Yukon.
So he claims Yukon.
Which is where your aunt lives.
Yeah.
Who, never mind.
Yukon is it's a nice small suburb town, you know.
Anyways, today started Big 12 conference
You
play.
have to stay focused.
Well, it wasn't that.
Stay focused.
That's when I made the comment about your
I know. That's why I said we have
family
to, that's
member.
why we have to stay focused.
So Tuesday today started conference play. As we said, Oklahoma State took on Cincinnati. They did lose. So Cincinnati will take on Iowa State tomorrow. The rest of the games today, between the lighting and the font, excuse me a minute. These glasses are only blue blockers. They're not to see, it's to protect my eyes. So number 16 Colorado took on number 9 TCU at 2:00. Arizona State, Forkham took on number 10 Kansas State at 6 p.m. Game 3, session 2. I'm not sure what that meant. Game 4 today was number 14 UCF against number 11 Utah. That game just tipped off here, or will be tipping off here shortly. Okay, as we said, the winner of Cincinnati, because they beat Oklahoma State, will take on Iowa State. The winner of that game on Thursday will take on BYU. The winner of the Colorado TCU game will take on West Virginia tomorrow. The winner of that match will take on number 1 Houston on Thursday. Arizona State, Kansas State, the winner of that match will take on number 7 Baylor tomorrow. And the winner of that game will take on number 2 Texas Tech. UCF and Utah, the winner of that game will take on number 6 Kansas. And the winner of that match will take on number 3 Arizona. Friday will be your semifinals, and Saturday will be your championship game. Well, we can't report on anybody with the name of Oklahoma being in a championship match, either on the men's or the women's. Being Oklahoma, well, I shouldn't say that yet.
More OSU.
Men's Oklahoma hasn't played yet.
Right.
OSU wise, there will be no championship because the OSU Cowgirls did beat Texas Tech on Friday 62-59.
They did. I saw some of that.
Yes. That game on Friday. And however, they did in the semifinals, because they had a 2-game bye. They lost to Baylor 74-84 in overtime on Saturday. We actually were watching that game when my phone started overheating, so we had to turn it off. And then I think we also were being called to the stage to do something during relay. So, again, the OSU Cowgirls are currently ranked number 17. So not really sure if they're going to make it into the NCAA. It would be amazing to have both the Cowgirls and the Sooners in.
Definitely.
But maybe OSU is better suited for the women's NIT. I don't know. We'll see.
Only time will tell.
We'll see come selection day. That sounds so weird. Come selection day. Have you ever been to a college when they had a selection or when they did a selection show?
No.
So one year, this was 2007. It was my senior year in high school. East Carolina women made it. Excuse me. Made it to the. They won this when they were in Coosa. Won the Conference USA Championship, and so during selection they had a huge party. I was like the size of a stick then, and they had like you could take a picture with the big banner that said like conference championship and whatever, and then we were all like on the news, and like they had a ESPN had like a projector, camera, or they didn't have their camera, but it was like the school's camera. But anyways, when they announced what bracket we were in, everybody was like, "Yay!" It's literally just like you see on TV, except for it was small and intimate. But my mom worked at the university at the time, so I could get in.
Sure.
I got in, and a friend of mine, her dad worked at the university or was a big person at the university, so we got to go in together. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Anyways, moving over to Tulsa to the Golden Hurricanes, and Taryn asked a question. He said, "Is it go Canes for Miami?" I mean,
technically, yeah.
Go Canes can be for Miami.
It could also be used for the Carolina Hurricanes.
The Carolina Hurricanes always use it. I mean, hello, we are go Canes till the day I die.
Tulsa, they can use it if they want to. Tulsa uses
it because of the Golden Hurricanes.
Yeah.
But when people say go Canes, they think of Miami.
Right. It's kind of an automatic go-to.
The U, which this is like the most jacked up U I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's like half of a square.
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of a U, I think of like a
kind of curving.
Yeah, like this, like U, like U.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So I'm gonna go ahead and let you start off with Tulsa, and I'll tell you why. Because that team gets to play against.
Oh yeah.
So I figured there's gonna be a little personal investment on that one.
There is.
So if you shall.
I'll be more than happy to. So softball had a three game
Homestead.
They played they were playing Memphis. They had 3 games against Memphis. Friday they won 7-3. Saturday they won. Did they win on Saturday or did they lose on Saturday? See, this is why I can't multitask right now with my life.
Speaking of, Kansas State did beat Arizona State.
So my Sun Devils are out.
71-66. Just had to throw that out there since we were talking about the bracket.
No, I appreciate it. Sorry, I had like a little bit of this is why I'm telling you guys, I'm not going to type, eat, and watch TV all at the same time anymore. I'm not going to do it. So they did take on the Memphis Tigers, as I just stated, at home. They won Friday, lost. Okay, so they did lose Saturday's game 3-13 in 5 innings. Sunday ended up winning 8-0 in 5 innings. Whew. Tomorrow they will host the Oklahoma Sooners. If anybody sees that the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes are going to blow the Sooners out of the water, I think you need to go check into your nearest medical facility. Okay.
Get the help that you need.
Yeah. But this weekend, the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes will be heading to my hometown of Greenville, North Carolina, the one and only Greenville, the only Greenville there shall ever be. I hate that there's so many Greenvilles, but
it's only Greenville you acknowledge.
It's the only Greenville there is.
Okay.
To take on the ECU Pirates for a 3-game road stand. So while I understand this is a Tulsa show, while I understand I'm supposed to be our Oklahoma show, I'm supposed to be biased to Tulsa. It is completely go Pirates right now. Okay, so
now because of that, now I'm going to say this and I'll be super fast. I like the campus of ECU. Excuse me.
It's beautiful.
It is. The city is beautiful. That's one of my favorite places in the world to be. I love it.
I feel like there's a buck coming. Let me go ahead and roll this paper up.
But
I knew it.
You know, going against the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes, I'm an Oklahoma boy. You may have to have a little friendly wager on that.
You don't even watch Hurricane sports.
I don't. But guess what? Just because you're downplaying them, I'm going to go ahead and ride with them this time. What would I look like doing?
I'm downplaying them. How am I downplaying them?
You just said you're going to ride for ECU, which you should. I'm not arguing that.
Okay, so you see that corner over there in the sports room that has my ECU helmet, has my Jeff Charles bobblehead, my Jeff Charles magnet.
I do.
Like all of the East Carolina stuff. Okay? You see all the East. Where do you see Tulsa Golden Hurricanes in this sports room?
So what are you going to do if they lose to Tulsa?
I'm going to say.
Pause. You got to think about that.
All I'm going to say is, Pirates, I love you, but next time you better do better.
That ain't all you're going to say. You're going to get on your soapbox. I'm going to cuss them out. You're going to get on your soapbox.
I'm going to cuss them out. You're right.
And you're going to go all the way in.
I'm bending up my
like the Marines going in country.
You really just had the nerve to talk about Marines.
My uncle's a Marine. What's wrong with that?
With this Navy girl.
My dad was in the Navy. My uncle was in the Navy.
We don't discuss about crayon chewers.
Well, stop chewing crayons.
I'm not in the Marines.
Exactly.
Anyway.
What's up, Larry? Appreciate you loving the show,
Larry has been loving the show. We are literally. Okay, here, head to the hardwood. Or do you want me to finish out Tulsa?
I mean, I can get it. Going to men's basketball. They lost to Temple, 77-81. They did beat Wichita State, 73-63. Upcoming in the American tournament, Thursday, number 10 versus number 7 Temple.
So, sorry, did I give you a paper cut? I feel like
you almost
I did.
did.
I'm sorry. If you would have done that, I would have bursted out laughing.
Well, yow.
Yeah.
So
today, excuse me, conference tournament actually starts on Thursday. No, it starts tomorrow. The American Conference, because there's so many more teams in it, it's a little bit funky. There's like an odd number of teams. Anyways, it's really weird. So tomorrow, number 13 Charlotte will take on number 12 Rice. The winner in Denton, Texas. In Denton. Now, the conference championship, I just said conference, really weird. The conference championship.
Would you like any sauce?
The conference championship does take place in Fort Worth. However, that one game, because the women's tournament is still finishing up, will take place in Denton, Texas, against Charlotte and Rice. Now, starting Thursday when everyone else starts, South Carolina will take on Wichita State. South Florida, ranked number 9 will take on number 8 Wichita State. The winner of the Charlotte Rice game will take on number 5 Florida Atlantic. Then you have number 10 Tulsa taking on number 7 Temple. And then to close out tomorrow, because apparently our teams have to play the damn latest game that there is, number 11 UTSA will take on number 6 East Carolina. ARG. The winner of South Florida Wichita State will take on number 1 Memphis. The winner between Charlotte Rice that plays Florida Atlantic, that winner will end up playing number 4 Tulane. The winner between Tulsa and Temple will take on number 2 North Texas. And the winner of UTSA and East Carolina will take on number 3 UAB. Quarterfinals will be Friday. Semifinals will be Saturday. it drives me just as crazy as it drives everyone else that the American Conference finishes their game on Sunday afternoon, because literally right after that game finishes, then you go into Selection Sunday. It aggravates me. I hate that they do it. I wish they would move it. They're not going to. It's been like this for years. When most of these people were in CUSA, when American was CUSA or whatever, it was the same way. It's annoying. It is what it is at this point. There's no change in it. And then finishing up Tulsa with women's basketball, they did take on Wichita State 58-46 prior to the tournament. However, they did lose in the first round. They were number 5. Excuse me.
All right.
They were number 5, and they did lose to numbers 12 Charlotte, 66-71. Woo! All right.
That's a mouthful.
We are going to take a quick short break. When we get back, we are going to close it out with your thank you, baby.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
With your Thunder Up.
How they've been doing very well. We'll get more into it, but one thing I can definitely tell you, for anyone who has watched, you already know, Oklahoma City Thunder is still the best team in the Western Conference, but more to follow. So, how you gonna talk about me doing that? You do that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was
because she got on me while y'all wasn't, while we were taking our break. Hold on, no. See, this is what I'm talking about. Because she got on me whenever the comments come up. I do this, right?
He leans forward to read the comments.
So when she just did that, y'all witnessed it.
I was like looking at something else.
Right, but
Anyways.
You did the same thing that I did.
Are you done?
You wanna expound on that?
No,
Right.
I did do it.
Okay.
It was blatantly obvious that I did it.
Oh, I would hope so. I mean, if they can't see it, then something's wrong.
All right, guys. So, like I said, we will be right back after this quick break. You guys are watching Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio.
Your direct feed.
For all that is sports. We will be back.
Stay tuned.
Don't go nowhere.
What's up, New York? This is Ricky K coming at you at the NY State of Sports, a new show here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Listen to me every Thursday afternoon as we bring you the latest takes on the Yankees, Mets, Jets, Giants, Knicks, Nets, Rangers, Devils, and Islanders. Plus, you get some college hoops and what's the local sports events going on in the area. It's a state that never sleeps, so why not get the opinions and sports takes that never sleep? Again, every Thursday, 2 p.m. to the NY State of Sports. We'll see you then.
What's good, fight fans? It's your boy, Marcus Los Great, here to give you what you want, here to give you what you need. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm coming to you live, straight from your mama's basement with a crispy, awesome white tea. We're coming to you live every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Powered by IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Guys, welcome back to the Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio. We are your hosts.
I am Fred.
And I am Angela. And we are going to close out this show like we do every Tuesday, talking about your one and only OKC
Thunder! Thunder up!
I don't know why I had my eyes closed the whole time I was saying that.
I mean, they've been playing very well. They did have a loss to Denver after they won against them. Let's see. Last Wednesday, they beat the Grizzlies 120-103. Friday, they defeated the Trailblazers 107-89. They defeated Denver 127-103. But they turned around and they lost to Denver 140-127. They do have an upcoming game tomorrow against the Celtics at 7:30 p.m. Is that
on the road or at home?
That is away. That is
okay.
On the road.
So it's in Boston.
Yeah. Just a little fun fact about their breakout start. Which all those guys. Let me say that Jalen Williams, Isaiah Joe, all those guys. Hartenstein. I love what he's.
Joe.
What's his name?
The guy's last name is Joe.
Joe. Yes. Like Sloppy Joe.
That sounds like the most basic white boy name. Like
that's a black dude that has that. Right?
Like John Doe, Isaiah Joe.
I love what Hartenstein's doing with the team. His rebounding, his.
I need to Google this guy.
May I finish, please?
Go ahead.
SGA currently averages 32.7 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 6.2 assists this season. He is definitely killing. He has played 63 games this season, and his field goal percentage is 52.5%. Now, here's a little.
It's a real player. His parents' names are Nicole Joe and Derek Joe.
I told you.
He's from Fort Smith, Arkansas.
Yeah, that's a neighboring state.
He joined the Thunder in 2022, went to Northside High School Activity Center. That's just the most random. It's like that. It literally sounds like.
Well, it's like Jeff F. King. Just the way it rolls. Jeff F. King is one of the producers on our show, White Collar. So every time it comes up, we go Jeff F. King. It just rolls off the tongue really smooth, right? So here's a little info about old Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In high school, he averaged 7.8 points, tournament best 5.4 assists, and 3-point steals per game. He's considered consensus top 50 prospect in the 2017 class, and he is ranked as high as number 20 overall. So he didn't really score a lot in high school. His assists were good, steals were good, but he has definitely developed into the phenomenal superstar that he is. And like I said, the Thunder, they're young, they're durable, they all can, well, most of them can shoot. They all know how to play their role. They get things done. They're a team. I love what I'm seeing. So, you want to add on to it?
No, I'm just, I was just seeing who else they were playing this week. They play the Celtics and they're in Detroit, and then they go to Minnesota, take on the Bucks. No, Milwaukee. Excuse me. Milwaukee to take on the Bucks before they come home.
And played against the 76ers on the 19th.
Yeah.
So, they're definitely busy. Definitely playoff material. They keep playing the way they're playing. They're going to be in a good run for the.
Well, let's look right here real quick. The Celtics are at 54-10, and they've already clinched the East.
The Cavaliers are 54-10.
What did I say?
The Celtics.
I meant the Cavaliers. I am so sorry.
They have the best record.
I am so sorry. I literally did just butch that.
No, it's all good.
No, as we were saying that Cleveland has clinched the East at a 54-10 record. However, OKC has not with a 53-12 record.
Still the best in the West.
No, absolutely. They've been the best in the West
all season.
Season. It's funny to me how, the Lakers were so far back. Then they just came up to. Then they were up to second. Now that they've dropped down to third,
and the Nuggets took.
And the Nuggets, who haven't been that great this year, are now.
The Nuggets are sitting at 42-23.
Utah's officially eliminated. Utah's the only team officially eliminated from
playoffs.
Yeah.
15-50.
Okay. OKC is sitting second in the league.
Yeah, behind the Cavaliers.
Mm-hmm. Washington has a worse record than Utah of 13-50.
That's awful.
That's why on DMV Sports they call them the Lizards.
The Lizards
instead of the Wizards.
Yeah, Celtics are number 2 in the Eastern Conference. They're 47-18.
Yeah. So the game tomorrow is going to be a really great game. Where can we? I sound like a news broadcaster. It's going to be a really great game. Where can we find that again, Fred? You want to?
Well, that's going to be
on ESPN.
in Boston at ESPN at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So for those of you who are going by Central Time,
it'll be 6:30.
6:30. But
you're such a nice.
Loving, you already know this, and I have no problem in it. But I think that pretty much concludes it, unless there's something else you'd like to add, man.
No, I think that is definitely it for us. I'm excited to see where the Thunder go. And
they could go all the way.
I just don't want. I need them to use some sort of being calm, because I don't want us to get all the way to the playoffs and then we choke, and then everybody's like, "Ha ha, told you so."
Right.
Y'all are a fluke. It is what it is.
Right.
So, yeah, that's that. All right, guys. So that is going to do it right here for us on Tornado Takeover. Thank you guys so much, as always.
Absolutely. Thank you to the viewers. Thank you to everybody in the comment section. All that, leave us a comment. Drop.
Exactly. Jumping on. Jump over while you're still on YouTube. Head over to the Bullpen Bulletin. They will be talking all things spring training, NCAA baseball, NCAA softball. So they have just gone live. So make sure when you finish with us that you head over there and get your baseball fix in for the week. Alden from Arizona, Ricky from New York, and Mike Pat from DMV. They do a great show. So kind of have them all over the area with the baseball, softball talk. So again,
definitely know their stuff.
Absolutely. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in to our Jordan episode of Tornado Takeover.
It's Bron's number now.
Jordan episode.
Hey, I'm a big Jordan fan.
So next week we will discuss NCAA for wrestling, how that bracket's going to break down.
We'll have the March Madness.
We'll have the entire March Madness breakdown. So where both the women and the men of mainly our women for the Sooners and the Cowgirls fall. Sure. Also, we'll be talking gymnastics. We'll start breaking down the bracket for gymnastics. So make sure you guys tune in next week because there is so much to discover.
Absolutely. And discuss.
That's what I meant, not discover, but discuss.
Well, I mean, you could kind of do that because if we're all discovering it together as we're watching the game. So it's all right. We can use that.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. Again, as always, you guys, this is the Tornado Takeover right here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed.
For all that is sports.
I hope you guys have a very happy and blessed week, and we will see you right here. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise next Tuesday for our Kobe episode.
That's right.
All right. Have a
fantastic, blessed,
absolute great weekend. We will chat to you guys later. Bye.